What time is it now? What time is it now? 34? Guess he's getting on the platforms. It's not happening. What he said, 2? Okay, hello, hello, hello. How are you? How are you? Nice to see you all again. Happy New Year to everyone. Happy New Year to everyone. It is so good to see you all. I'm just so thank you all for being here. Thank you all very much for being here. Come on, come on. So happy to see everyone. How are you all today? Really nice to see you. You know, this is a very, very pleasant and exciting weekend. A lot of you have been hearing over social media and everything else about the planets lining up. And I had to remind a group last night about why this is so important. They say this happens some every 3,000 years or so. But let's think about 3,000 years. The lifespan of an average person is about 100 years. So 3,000 years is about one generation is 1,000. Two generations, so if you look on 100 rather, so 10 generations in 1,000 alone. 10 times 3, 30 generations. Think about 30 generations. If you ever think about 30 generations, what does 30 generations really mean? Let's just look on what one generation means. It means you are here because of a mom and a dad. 2 generations ago, you are here because of a mom and a dad and 2 sets of grandparents. Going down to 3 generations, you multiply that. So you and I are here together because this is on purpose. And I want to remind you how purposeful and how intentional your existence is, your wholeness is, your sense of presence is, your sense of being is. So I'm going to start off by saying Happy New Year. And my Happy New Year is a little bit different. There's a twist to it because I say Happy New You. You are getting another opportunity to see yourself. You are getting another opportunity to enjoy yourself. You are getting another opportunity to renew yourself. I know you might be hearing some noise in the background, and as the technical people do what they do to make sure everything is on, I want you to focus. I want you to focus and focus with me. Because this year I started an amazing program. And the name of the program is Reclaim Your Power. This is the journal that we will be using. Reclaim Your Power. And it's not by chance that I have given it that title. Because it was actually given to me. Reclaim your power. You can't reclaim something you didn't have. I didn't say go get your power, go search for your power, go seek some power. It is about reclaiming your power. What does reclaim your power really means? What is this really about? And we started out in November, 40 days before the end of the year. And when we started out there, we started out with a group, I call that the seed group. And we started out with a seed group of people who have actually been working and working themselves, the inner selves, where this program is concerned. And I am going to invite you to be a part of this, to be a part of the big movement. Did you want to know what's the big movement here this year? The big movement for 2025 is you reclaiming your power. The most important movement is going to be the movement within your own self. The most important thing you're going to be doing this year is that you are going to go within and find that thing which is already within you and make it come out. I am so happy that I'm here this afternoon. You know, I've never been on all these platforms. To be honest with you, when they said we need to do this, I said, oh, I'm not sure. But I had to zip it and to remember, we need to reclaim your power. So me too, I am in this process with you. I am reclaiming my power. You are reclaiming your power because 2025 is the year when we reclaim our power. And the universe is lined up for this. This is why the planets are all in alignment. Even the moon is in alignment with this proclamation, this declaration, this thing that you say you're going to be doing for 2025. Thank you all for joining. I see all my wonderful people that are normally here to support me. Thank you so much. All of my people from Trinidad, thank you for being here. All of my people from Mississippi, Alabama, thank you for being here. All of my people from New York, thank you for being here. Because without your support, I would not be here. All of my people that are from Florida, thank you for being here. And I am going to give the biggest shout out ever to the continent, because a lot of people think that Africa is a country. To the continent of Africa. Everybody in Africa, Kenya, Ghana, Nigeria, thank you for being here. But I am here today to remind you of who you really are. I am here today to say to you, we are going to make a commitment together. We are going to make a declaration together. We are going to make a bond together where we are going to together, collectively as a group, we are going to reclaim our power. And I am so grateful. And I am so thankful that there's no better moment to start that than to start it right now. There's no better moment to be on top of that, to be on top of it right now. So there are some people who are in my IG Live that I really want to invite to talk to us right now. And I am just going to let them share with you and just tell you what has been happening for them in this Reclaim Your Power. Does anybody wants to join? So if anybody wants to join, the people who are in my technical people, they're going to make sure that happens. And you're going to be hearing them talking about this program and what this program has to do for them. So let's get that started. Let's get that started. Let's get that started and people on the move ready to talk about what this program has done for them. But I am going to give one story before anybody else talks, because this is the most powerful story of them all. The person might want to talk, but I don't care. I just want to give this story. There is one person in this group that I have seen this person just blossom and grow. But what has been amazing about this, I don't know if you know, people, whenever they go to a workshop or whenever they go to a self-help thing, or even when they go to church, when they live their lives because of social media, we like to put the pretty face on. We like to say, this is what it looks like. This is not how I wake up and look in the morning. This is not how I look. This is not what it looks like. And I like to talk to people when they can tell me the wake up face. The face that nobody wants to see, nobody wants to hear about. And that's what. And when this person said to me, I started this program. And when I started this program, it started working me from the core. It just worked me from the core because I knew I had a lot of things to clean up. That's what happens when you start growing. That's what happens when you have decided that you're no longer going to live by what everybody tells you to do. That's what happens when you decide that you are going to change the way you live. So I want you to start sharing. Start sharing. Are they ready to start sharing for me? Helping them to share? Start sharing. First person sharing. I'm waiting. Start sharing. Continue with the chat. I like that. I like what I'm seeing. I like what you're saying. Let's start sharing. Let's start sharing and let's start talking. Let's start talking about how this program has and what this program has done for us. I'm seeing some very familiar faces. So those of you who are on the social media, let's start sharing. Let them start sharing and talking. Talking about what this program has done for them. Talking about this thing that they have to reclaim, meaning this power that is within them that they have to reclaim. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. Is it happening for me there? You know, these technical things, sometimes they're good and sometimes they're not so good. But is it happening? Is it happening? Nobody sharing. So we can't share. They are telling me that there's no way anyone can share today. They're telling me that there's no way we can share. I really wish we could share. But since we're not going to be able to share, I'm not going to waste time. I'm going to talk with you. I'm going to share with you. And I'm going to ask, I'm going to ask for some music now. We're going to go into meditation. We're going to go into a deep meditation, and then after the meditation, I'm going to start talking to you about how we reclaim our power. So let's have our meditation music right now. Let's have our meditation music. Want to give me some music there, Mr. Drummond? Yes. Are we having it? Getting some music for meditation? Slowly close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, I want you to sit in a very comfortable position because this is a very pleasant and wonderful place for you to be. There's nowhere else that you should be than being here right now. And for those of you who are just on all of these different platforms, I don't care where you are. You could be even in the supermarket. Just go by yourself in a little quiet area. Meditation is wherever you are, whenever you are ready. Just go somewhere where you can sit quietly. Go sit in your car if the house is too noisy. Go sit in your car. Close that door. And if you can't sit in your car, go on your back patio and go sit on the back patio. Go sit in a room. Just make sure your back is nice and straight and make sure you are ready. I am inviting you right now. I am inviting you to enter into a space where only you can be. I'm inviting you to enter into a space where only you are allowed to go. I am inviting you to be at one ment with the divine. So as you enter into this space, close your eyes. Just close your eyes. To take out the distraction of the world. To understand that there is this place that you can always go and you don't need anyone else to go there with you. I call it the secret place of the Most High. I call it the place where only me, only you. You can't take your spouse or your significant other there. You can't take your children or your parent there. You can't take even your dreams and aspirations there. You just go there empty, empty. And as you go within this place, for you to be able to just concentrate on this moment, I invite you to breathe in. Breathe in slowly and release. Again, breathing in slowly and release. Once more, breathing in nice and slow and release. And as you breathe in nice and slow and release, I want, as you draw your attention to your breath, to focus on that spot between your eyebrows, just that spot. Give your mind something to do. And at first it looks brown, and then it gets orange. Stay there for a while, just stay there. And watch it as it gets lighter and lighter. And now allow yourself to be in this sacred place. Allow yourself to be at peace in this sacred place. Allow yourself to be at one-ment in this sacred place. Now I want you to release. Release all of the fears, the doubts, the anxieties of 2024. Release all of the anxieties and fears for 2025. Release it all. And stay in that sacred place for a while. Remain there. Be at ease there. Be in a comfortable place there. And as you breathe into the word love. And as you breathe out to the word peace. Again, breathing into the word love and breathing out to the word peace. Once more, breathing into the word love and breathing out to the word peace. Stay there for a while. And now go into the center of your heart and feel the love. Feel the love from the divine. Feel the love that is around you. Feel the love that is taking you entirely over. And know that in this sacred place, in this place where you can go, where there is only the absolute, nothing but the absolute, the divine. And as you go there, I want you to just relax. Feel the peace. Feel the calm. And now I want you to shift your consciousness into the knowing that you're grateful. You're grateful for this moment. You're grateful for this time. You're grateful for all the wonderful things that are going to happen for you in 2025. You're grateful for just being. You're grateful for accepting the call. You're grateful for allowing yourself, just allowing yourself to embrace the moment. And there is nothing else you need to do but just sit in this moment of being grateful, this moment of being thankful. And now I want you to shift your consciousness again and bring into your awareness all those you need to forgive, including yourself. And as you forgive all those who have may seemingly harmed you. And forgive yourself for all the harm you've caused to anyone and even yourself. And forgive. And now I want you to shift your consciousness to a state of joy. Feel the joy. Feel that joy in this moment. Because the joy that you feel is the presence of the divine. The joy that you feel in is the knowing of the divine. The joy that you feel is the acceptance of the divine. And now, as you focus again on that spot between your eyebrows, I want you to just see yourself melting away. Just melting away into nothingness. And in its place, it's the divine that's rising up, just rising up, rising up. So as you, the I, melt away, then the divine rises up. And as you just melt away into the divine, then it rises up. Imagine yourself now as a bubble, a little bubble in the ocean, and watch that bubble as it bursts and it becomes the ocean. Feel that peace and that bliss to know that you're not separated from your good. You're not separated from your love. You're not separated from your power. So in this understanding and this knowing, you reclaim your power. You reclaim the divine power that is within you. And you're at peace with it. And in your mind's eye, you acknowledge that I am worthy. I am worthy. And even in such a time as this, the planets are in alignment to remind me of my worthiness. To remind me of where I am and where I am supposed to be. So I'm in a perfect place at the perfect time, experiencing my worthiness. And slowly, slowly open your eyes and be thankful. Be thankful for this moment. Be thankful for this time. Be thankful for knowing that all is well. All is always well. You know, we had today planned out so beautifully for you. And I was supposed to be on all these platforms, and I don't even know if I'm on any of them. But that's not what's important. What's important is that you are here. I don't care if it's even one person. You are here. And you call this moment to you. So I'm here to serve you. I'm here to let you know that you're heard. You're special. You're worthy. And it's time for you to go deep, deep within. At all these wonderful plans that people would be coming on and sharing stories with you. And it's not happening. It didn't happen that way. Does it mean that you're not going to get the essence of what you need to get today? No. Are you listening? Because it's not me that I want you to listen to today, but it is the divine. Are you hearing? Because it's not me that I want you to hear today, it is the divine. Are you ready to be in tune with who you really are? The story is told of a lion, a young lion with his family. And there was a great storm in the forest. And this great storm scattered the family, scattered them away. And this poor little lion cub just so frightened, just not knowing where to go and where to turn. And he just wandered away. And the more he wandered away, the further he was getting from his shelter, from his parents, from his home. And then a group of sheep found him. Yes, they did. And they took him in and they just took care of that lion as if he were a sheep. They taught him all the things that sheep know how to do. Everything. They empowered him as a sheep. And he lived his life as a sheep. He even sounded like a sheep. He would go baa like a sheep does. And one day an old lion came amongst this herd. And he was in the herd, and he noticed that he saw this lion running away from him. So he approached the lion, and as he approached the lion, this lion, like sheep will do, was timid and afraid, and he ran. They taught him how to run, and how to be fearful, and how to move away so he can protect himself. And so he did that. He ran. He ran as fast as he could, but he couldn't outrun the old lion. And the old lion said, "Calm down. Why are you running away from me?" And he said, "I'm running away from you because that's what a sheep does when we see a lion. That's what a sheep does when he see a lion." And he said, "Who told you? Who told you that you are a sheep?" He said, "I've grown up all my life as a sheep." And the old lion, without arguing with this younger lion who doesn't even know who he was, he said, "Come, let me show you something." So of course the young lion, who thinks he's a sheep, he went along. Not because he wanted to move along with the old lion, but out of fear. And as he moved over and went along out of fear, over to a pond, the old lion said, "Look in." And he looked in, and he saw an image of himself. And he said, "You're a lion, just like me." And the young lion looked and said, "I am a lion. I am actually a lion." And then the old lion roared, and he said, "Now you do that." And for the first time, this young lion that thought he was a sheep took one big deep breath in, and he roared. And as that roar came out, that bellow came out from his gut, he realized one thing. It was like an awakening. It was like a knowing. It was like a becoming. It was like a reclaiming of his power. The power that he had all along was never not there. It was always there. For 2025, I want to remind you, like that young lion, that you're not a sheep. You've been grown like a sheep. Yes, you have. So when you went to school, they told you what to do, how to do, and when to do. They even told you when to eat, because there's such a time as lunchtime. They told you when to play, because there's such a time as playtime. They told you when to go to the restroom, because there's such a time as the restroom time. And that's the time when everybody wants to be at the head of the line, so you think you're doing something great because you're programmed. I am here to tell you that you're programmed to be a sheep when you're a lion. I am here to tell you it's time you make that roar come out as a lion. I am here to show you your reflection in the pond so that you can see yourself. And I have used this program called Reclaim Your Power to do that. Because in this program, what I have done, I've made you pause long enough. Pause long enough to break up patterns that you had created even before you had the sense to know what you were creating. Poor lion cub didn't know what he was doing. He was just following the sheep who were taking care of them. You're just following society. You're just following your mom, your dad, the peers that you have. You're just listening to them, and you're listening to all the limitations that they have given you. And so you're not able to bellow that power that is within you. But I am here to tell you that there is a different way and that you can get different results out of life. So every time you walk and you go into your place of power, you don't have to say and give yourself the excuses for your limitation and your limited way of thinking. So here you are, you want the car. You can't even go in the parking lot to look for the car because you're afraid. Here you are, you want the house. You can't even go look at the house, or if you do, you come back and you give yourselves, oh, I don't want to be house poor, because you're afraid. Here you are, you're about to start the best relationship with the best life partner ever. But because there are changes that you have to make within your mind, because there are patterns that you have to break, because you're no longer a sheep, you stay in that situation and take less than you were created to take. This is what this program is about. It's 40 days. 40 days of intensive meditation, affirmation, and us meeting like this. But it's an entire year. So for the year, you have access to live Zoom calls, which we are going to jump onto right now, where I can teach you. I can't teach you this in a little live session like that. It takes longer for me to teach you these spiritual things. It took them long enough to teach you how to be a sheep. So you have to invest in yourself so that you can learn that you're a lion. It took them long enough for you to be able to limit yourself and to have self-doubt and to put your worth behind. It's going to take a little time for us to decode and for you to get to where you are. So I invite you, go on my website. Go on my website, saymarciascott.com. Go on my website. If you go on any of my platforms, you'll see my website. Go on the website. You'll see this program. Invest in yourself. Say to everyone, I am ready to look into the pond because I'm ready to look at my reflection and see who I am. I'm ready to roar. I'm ready to live the life that I came here to live. I'm ready to be what I should be because I'm going to teach you exactly why you have been living based on the patterns that you were given. You didn't even accept them, but they told you it's lunchtime. So as a sheep, you followed. They told you it's break time. So as a sheep, you followed. They told you it's time for you to go to the restroom, even the restroom. You don't have freedom with. They told you when it's time to do that, and you just followed. Now it's time for you to give yourself a different lesson. Now it's time for you to remember who you really are. Now it's time for you to reclaim the power, the powerhouse that you are. 2025 is your year. The alignment of the planets is not by chance. You being here despite all of what is happening is not by chance. So I invite you to join. I invite you to stay tuned. And I invite you to be a part of this powerful, powerful mission of reclaiming your power for 2025. I'm going to jump off all of the social media platforms now. And I'm going to go live with the Zoom sessions that the people who have registered for this program are going to be in. And I'm going to teach them. This is the first of 12 lessons they're going to be getting for this year. And I'm going to be teaching them because these are the people who have invested in themselves. These who are the people who have said yes, they're ready. So I invite you. You know, guys, I did started this program 25 years ago, a little bit more than 25 years, about 26 going on 27 years ago. And then I lived like a sheep. I really did live like a sheep. I went to school because they said I should go to school. I went to college because they said I should go to college. I got married at a certain time because they said I should get married at a certain time. I had children because they said I should get married. I did everything right, but I was unhappy. I was unhappy. The results of my life was not showing that my bank account could do anything. The results of my life was not showing that I was healthy. Because as I was young, but I was always not well. The results of my life showed the programming that I had gotten. But then I was introduced to a new way, a new path of reclaiming that power within me. And for the first time in my life, I became the lion that I was. So since then, has it been just smooth sailing? No, it's not, because it's not about that. Has it been perfect? No, it's not, because it's not about that. But it's perfectly imperfect. It's perfection. My imperfection that is perfection. Is my loving the fact that I can have a human experience with joy, with all of the experiences that comes with a human experience. It's my loving and looking on the results of my life and say, I'm happy. I'm happy with these results because I truly am. I'm not pretending to you guys. I'm truly am happy with the results. And though I do get my moments, there are moments when I go back into the sheep consciousness, into the thinking that I'm not a lion, I just go to the pond because I have been awakened to the pond. Let me help you, teach you how to be awakened to the pond so you can see the reflection of who you are and you can become the mighty lion that you are. Thank you guys for joining. And for those where we have the glitches and so, let it pass. You are here. That's why I'm here. I'm here for you. I don't know who the you is. I don't even know who is on right now, but I am here for you. I know I'm here for you. And I know this is about you. And I know you are going to do what you should be doing with this. And I'm so happy to serve you. Thank you very much for being with us today.